Whatever that have ever reigned on earth has ever reigned from Africa, beginning from the making of the first man God made. The best man for God will always be an African man. The best destiny on earth will always be an African destiny. If you talk about man, talk about land, talk about immortality, talk about royalty, some things cannot be fulfilled except it borders on Africa. Let me say again. I said some things cannot be fulfilled except it borders on Africa. Are you not surprised that during that time of dream, the time of dream, the dream of Pharaoh, the African man, was different from the dream of Joseph, the Jewish dreamer? Now, Pharaoh dreamt a dream of a landowner, a royal dream of the person who sits on the throne. Joseph didn't sit on throne because throne belonged to Africa. God's throne, the palace of the Lion of Judah is in Africa because Africa has the resources and is chosen. So the dream, the last incarnation, is an African dream. Because Africa is the first that will also be the last. Can I tell you something? The only land on earth that can grow tree of life, if it's physical place, is only Africa. The only land that rear lions is Africa. The only land with a king who dream about how to save other nations, is an African king. Don't joke with something that is in a place. God gave it to African king to save the nation. That's why we have a storehouse here. The storehouse here in Africa is a throne. I said the storehouse is a throne. The storehouse is a throne. The storehouse is a throne. And then it's an African storehouse. Now, this is an eternal ordination. It can't be altered. Let me say again. I said this is what? An eternal ordination. God will not alter it. No, but it is a destiny Africans share with the Jews. So this dream is a dream that Africans must share with the Jews. The Jews have dreamers, and Africa has the land. That is why the prophecy cannot be fulfilled in the Jewish land, the ministry of the lion. If we understand what it is all about, it has nothing to do with Jerusalem, because it will require resources. Africa is the only land on earth that has the resources to build throne for the lion. And the throne is not presidency, it's traditional. Locust army will be extremely rich. The word rich is a game to what the destiny is all about. I said the word rich is a small word. Small rich cannot interpret what the author is for. There is no word. There's no word yet. Don't forget that the third people that are waiting in the sea, they are still cherubs now. They have their own language. No, they have their own language. There's something I'm going to share with you before in the night, when I come back here in the night. It's not quite long. When I was in a vision in my house one day, I was in a vision. The Lord said to me audibly, that day I didn't come out. I was praying. He said, words and expressions shall be given new meanings in this season. words and expressions shall be given new meanings. That is, I'm talking about, you look at a man and say, you're a man. They say, yeah, and they're supposed to die. Say, no, that is not the real meaning of a man. That's not your destiny as a man. Man means you should not die, and God, and you're in charge of everything God have. So there is a correction of impression, of expression in what the way we look at things that is coming new. Because everything that we have believed was introduced. It is not the way it is. It is the way man saw it. So new people are born to give life new expressions. I thought you should clap up what I just said. New people are born to give life. So if somebody said, somebody is going to live 130, he said, no, I am going to be 560 without getting old. That's an expression. Season is commanding it. I said season is commanding it. So the Lion of Judah is a king like Pharaoh, with a tunnel storehouse. Not that we fade, but we abide forever. I said the Lion of Judah is a king like Pharaoh with a tunnel storehouse to provoke the everlasting treasure of Yahweh. Yahweh himself, who created all these things, is coming to us like a human being. How does he like what he created? And we are all partakers of that nature. I say we are all of that nature. It's not one man that has it. It's not few people that have it. We are all partakers of that nature. What I'm asking him that he should come up. So that's when I say come up, he will say come up yourself. So that time I was praying. We're going to pray now. That time I was praying. He said, speak the standard. Stay with the standard. And that's what I'm going to be doing now. Speak the standard. Stay with the standard. We are not going to ask God for children things. We're going to start from what I shared on the hill of the last truth. We're going to go back to the mountain top of other mountains and declare the prosperity of that mountain. Exactly, not trying to take God to bless us. Now, I'm not here for bless me. I need to tell you. So sometimes some people say there's a why reason. That there is a why reason. I cannot take half. I'm not taking what God wants to give me in part. I said, I'm not taking what God wants to give us in part. I'm not looking for part. I keep on telling you, I said, if God dashes me Africa, only Africa, I will not take. But at least it's not possible. If he gives me all the 8, I will not take. It's because I can see the invisible world. I am not taking the 8 without the water. Without the people inside the water that I'm already seeing, that will come out of the earth. They might not come this night, but they will still come out one day, and I will still be around when they come. And I know that their souls are meant for sale. So I'm buying it. Church, is it a big colossus? Huh? Okay, you're used to it. Huh? Finally, fulfilling the vision of your foundation. But I'm going to ask somebody to either ask question or share with us what he learned from the three I have shared already. Is there somebody that learned something? Someone that want to ask question? I started with without the lion, I'm nothing. And the hill of the last truth. Then I shared Africa, the land of last incarnation. Then I'm fulfilling the dream of your foundation. Is there something I said that you want me to? I still want to recognize today, this evening, the ancients that are fallen, that made it possible for us to be here, so that they can be happy with me and join this meeting properly from now. Because we cannot win without them. They are already in charge of the other heaven that is conquered, the land that is conquered. So we need them to conquer the other lands. Those who are, I need to tell Nigerians that are in diaspora. I say, if you're in America, you're in Canada, you're in the UK, you're France, you're Russia, you're China, you're anywhere. You're in America, anywhere you are. Don't forget that Africa is the land of dreams. That is it. It's the last place. And the southeast is a market. The healing has come. I said the healing. No, the healing has come. We should reduce the pain of things we hurt. The healing has come. I said the healing has come. We should not bother about somebody who crossed the lion gate to go and feast an idol. Solido is far away. You need to know what is happening on this place. What has been happening here since January. I told you that I will be there in Lagos. I saw new spirits relocating to this place. Not by faith, but by ordination. There's a difference between faith and ordination. Even if you don't have faith, ordination will still go on. The choice of God to fulfill his will does not require faith. The place is already chosen. Yahweh is compelled. If this is 2025 and the prophecy about the coming of the return of Jesus is true, attention must be given here urgently. It doesn't our prayer is a small contribution. We have to pray, but it's not waiting for our prayer. Why will a young man remove his contribution from his root? Why? Why will a young man deny the root they're producing? What are you looking for in strange land? The land needs you to develop your own. When Joseph became a prime minister, he started insisting on Benjamin. Isn't that what happened? I said he started insisting on Benjamin. And then he started insisting that his bone should be taken. Why must we ignore You can imagine. You can imagine. Excuse me. Have you ever thought the way a boy born in Igbo land reasons that at this particular time in life, a boy entered into a bush to go and raise idol? Have you ever imagined that type of mentality? At this time that a boy want to worship idol, at this particular time, he want an idol at the center of the bush to help him. Tell them that place is part of Locust Army. They are taking risk. Ayangeleze is Locust Army property. And the God of life and immortality will not have mercy on them if they offend the angel. I have never seen a Messiah that fulfill an assignment of strangers. I have never seen one, and you are a Messiah. This is corporate company of Messiahs, born to raise an altar for the capital Messiah in the heart of Africa. So why will a Messiah not face his root? We are African Messiahs. Even if we go to America, we want to bring the resources to develop the land. Go to France. Because out of Africa shall call princes. This is us. Your vision must help the land. I told you last night, I said yesterday evening that it is what land get from its inhabitants that it uses to develop. There is no land that God develops. Land and families take from family members.